Welcome back to the Furiosa.Podcast. It's your host, Kat. I can't believe I sound insanely good right now. If you guys can't tell, I changed the mic setup. It's crazy. I don't know if I want to put the echo or not for you guys. You guys have to let me know if it sounds better with an echo like this. Look, for me to talk like this, or do you guys like it without the echo? So without the echo, it would be like this. I don't know which one's better. So I got a new mic set. This mic set is so much better than the last one. The last one was trash, and I didn't even know that it was trash. Like this one, you can't even hear what's going on in the room beside me. You can't hear anything. This one has like so many sounds with it. It's like a sound box on top of that. So look, I can put music. What else? I can change my voice, you guys. Look at this.
It changes my voice. This one's female, you see? This would be amazing for gaming.
The male voice sounds like this, the male voice. Then we got the chipmunk voice next.
They call it the lolly voice. I think it's supposed to be like a little kid, but to me it sounds like a chipmunk. And then we got the monster voice. I think I'm gonna use this one the most.
This is the monster voice. Bombastic. Let me see. This is Sparta. You guys, isn't this fucking insane? Look at this. My setup is going to be freaking insane. And I haven't even learned all the buttons yet. I haven't even learned all the buttons yet. I learned some of the buttons, not all of the buttons.
All right, so let's get back to business. Today we're going deep, raw, real, and unapologetic. This episode is about betrayal, relationships, and the power of choosing yourself first. Let's see. I don't want the echo. It's probably better without an echo like that. The power of choosing yourself first. I'm going to be telling you guys tips and tricks on getting over betrayal. Also, I want to talk about movies that I've seen, shows that I've seen recently. I don't know if I want to talk about the movies first. We'll talk about one of the movies first. We're going to talk about the Housemaid, Marty Supreme movie, Avatar, it's the third movie. We're going to talk about the show, The Girlfriend, and what else? One series that is coming up, excited for, it's going to be in January. It's a lot of topics today, definitely. The Housemaid movie, I got into it thinking that it was going to be super boring. It looks like if it's going to be a scary movie that is super boring. The only reason that I decided to watch it was because Michael Marone.
You lost, baby girl? Are you lost, baby girl? Are you lost, baby girl?
Was in it, and I was like, was he the bad guy? I was thinking he's the husband. Little did I know that he was not in the movie. He didn't even have a lot of parts in the movie, which is crazy. Michael Marone as Enzo. He's like the pool guy or cleaning guy for the house. So my thoughts on all of them. Sydney Sweeney had that degular face, nonchalant face that just made me crack up like crazy because she literally is just being herself. Half of the movie, I was like, what the hell is this? It's so predictable. Like, we all know she's going to take the freaking husband. And I was feeling bad for Nina. I was like, damn, like, why is she crazy? Or like, she's going to end up killing the other one. It's going to be a jealousy thing. Amanda Seyfried, like, her role, she nailed it. Sydney Sweeney, she's the one getting involved. And as a female, as a girl's like, oh no, get that beat out of there. I'm just going to let you know now. There's going to be a spoiler alert. So if you don't want to hear the spoiler, then skip through this at least maybe 5 minutes through. Okay, so the spoilers for the ones that have seen the movie. I cannot believe it was the freaking husband. The husband was a fucking psychopath. The fact that he locked them up in the freaking attic and on some being disciplined is a privilege. The whole time we're thinking it's the wife she's gonna do something to Millie, and it turns out to be Andrew, the fucking psychopath. Then I ended up liking Millie, what she went through, the history behind her. This gives us all a lesson because, like, you should not want to steal another female's man. That's number one. Nina was acting so freaking crazy that to the point where I was even like, damn, why doesn't he leave her? Why doesn't he leave her? That's crazy. She played the fool to fool the fool. Then they both teamed up on him and he died. Hopefully there is a part 2. It's insinuating that there's going to be a part 2. So, and we can notice that there's, I think, 4 books to the sequel. Definitely watch it. If you have seen it already, then you know what I'm talking about. We could talk about Betrayal because it goes a little bit with the movie. With the Betrayal, once you understand it, then you can overcome it. And I think that goes for anything. It has a lot to do with self-worth. We're going to cover all different forms of betrayal. Betrayal is somebody that is disloyal to you, that does something behind your back that you wouldn't have known. And then when you find out, that's the betrayal, because usually it's coming from somebody closest to you. And that's why a lot of the times people do not see it coming until it happens, and then you are betrayed. A lot of people that go through betrayal end up getting hurt and affected when the closest people to you do horrible things. Depending what it is, depending the situation, it can cause trauma to you. We can all learn a lot from that movie. That's what is the main point I want to make. It's a good movie to watch as a female because it shows you what happens when you do not choose yourself. When you do not choose yourself, people are going to walk all over you. And it shows you the manipulation tactics that people can use against you as well. You can see it from the friends of Nina. They were laughing at her, right? That's one form of betrayal. The other housewives, they were acting all friendly and nice to her. And then when she got up from the table to take a phone call, then they all started talking trash about her. All of this, and still they're right in her face, right in her home. She comes back, they act normal again. There was a lot of form of betrayal in this movie. And I think that's why it goes hand in hand. The good thing about betrayal is that when it happens to you, it forces you to reflect. If you don't reflect, you're always going to remain a victim. That's number one. You're going to remain a victim and you're going to remain somebody else's puppet. If you do end up reflecting, then you're going to end up growing. You'll know your boundaries, what you will settle for. It can be a relationship with your friends, with your family, or with a lover. It doesn't have to just be with lover. Like, this can go on in any situation, even in the workplace, anywhere. It's important to know yourself, because when you do know yourself, then you know when something, like your intuition will just tell you. Being betrayed is definitely not a good thing. And if somebody gaslights you to feel like it's nothing and to get over it, definitely they are gaslighting you. The types of people that betray you, it can honestly be like, it doesn't have to be like an evil villain betraying you. It can literally be like someone nice, and they could be unaware. Most of the time it's not that though. Most of the time it is somebody being envious towards you, ill will against you, act like they like you just to get your walls down and for you to feel like they are part of your circle, and then boom, they get you when you least expect it. That's the type of people that betray you. They want to be in your circle, but just to do you wrong, basically. I'm not saying close yourself off to everybody, but don't be a dummy for anybody either. Like, if certain people do certain things to you, the quote that Oprah says is like, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time. The first time that somebody shows you who they are, you should trust that and believe them for the action that they took. So if they do something bad against you, they definitely know what they were doing in that moment, in that situation, and they chose to go against you, be it whatever action they did. They had the thinking, they had set their mind to it, and selfishly they chose like F how you feel in that moment, and they chose themselves. So that's why when somebody shows you that they don't give a freak about you, they don't respect you in any manner, even with words, if they tell you after, oh, it wasn't intentional, to forgive them. Just know that you're being manipulated, because unless they change their actions, then you can forgive them. But if they continuously do you wrong and you continuously forgive, be it said whatever person and whatever they did to you, then just understand that that person is manipulating you and that you have heart for them. But they don't have heart for you because they're disrespecting you by doing something over and over again. And you're not seeing the pattern, you're not seeing the deceit, you are not seeing for yourself, you're not choosing yourself, you're choosing them. Definitely be aware of situations like that that happen in your life, and they will happen in your life at least once in your life. When you remove those type of people, you're doing yourself a big favor, because you're removing an enemy from your circle. Even if they portray themselves to be not an enemy, trust me, when the time comes, they will strike. That's why you got to know your circle, know your people, and the minute that somebody shows that they are a snake or a rat, the moment that you remove them from your circle, because you're going to be saving yourself. You're going to be saving yourself from trauma. You're going to be saving yourself from drama. Why would you want somebody that doesn't really have good intentions for you? Why would you want to be around a person like that? You shouldn't even want to be around people that wish you bad. You should only want to be around people that lift you up and wish well for you. If it's a person that has ill will against you for whatever said reason, definitely remove them. Remove them immediately.
Like I don't fuck with you.
Or you can set boundaries before removing them. Like, okay, you don't have to remove them immediately. If you still want them in your life, you can set boundaries and you can speak to them accordingly and tell them, like, okay, look, you can't be doing this. This is a boundary of mine. And if you cross this boundary, then we can't be friends. We can't be this. We can't be that, because it's a level of respect. If you disrespect on that level, then there's no purpose of being in that type of anything. So this is why having boundaries is important. You're defending yourself as well. Put a boundary, but if they cross those boundaries, then don't trust them again, because it's a pattern. People don't do things by accident. Maybe once, but multiple times, somebody doing something intentionally hurting you mentally, or doing any little thing that has you like affected in any way, then believe it. Trust your intuition, because if you don't trust it, time is gonna pass, and then you're gonna be mad at yourself for not going off your instinct. Okay, so people could be like, why does betrayal hurt people? Betrayal hurts people because it's breaking a form of trust. Once trust is broken, you're not going to get that same trust again. It's probably not even going to be the same person again. So for certain people like myself, like once I can't trust somebody, then there's no sense in talking to that person, even wanting to know anything about them, because if you know that they lie and expecting anything from them is like, what do you expect from somebody that betrays you? You expect more lies. There's not really nothing else to expect. Do you expect them to get better? You don't expect them to get better. You expect them to do the same stuff. If they don't show their actions as being empathetic towards you, knowing that they did something wrong, like apologizing for any little thing that, any little misunderstanding between both. The question is betrayal defined by intent or by impact? It's, to me, it's both. A betrayal is defined by both, because betrayal can be intent, malicious, or impact. It can be off actions as well. Like they think you wronged them in a way. They think you did something to them, or they feel like you hurt them. So because you hurt them, they're going to hurt you in return. And they're just plotting on it. What is it called? It's called aggressive, being passive aggressive until it becomes an action. They're just waiting on their chance to betray you. It can turn to that. You could have friends, and then sooner or later a friend gets jealous of you, and then boom, all of a sudden they don't wish you well the same way as in the beginning, because they probably see like, oh, you get attention, or everything always turns out for you good, and that doesn't happen for them, and then they start projecting, and then boom, they just cross you. They betray you. So I think it's both. I don't know what you guys think. If it's by intent or impact, I feel like it's both. Another thing, you can't just trust anybody off the back. A lot of y'all be trusting people like a whole freaking stranger. You just trust, like, the first day that you meet them, or the first time that you meet them, you're gonna trust them like right off the back. Like, oh, know them, because when you know them and the people around them, even their friends, says a lot about them. Even if you like it or not, if their friends are losers, if their friends are cheating, then they're a loser and they're also cheating, because if they allow that type of if they're around those people, just know that they're gonna influence them. If they're around people that party all the time, always in party, always taking drugs, then just know that person is gonna be the next person to do it, because if they're allowing it, and by chance it could be duality and they're not like that, but majority of the time they are. You are the people you stay the closest to. It's okay to have trust. I'm not saying be closed off. You can trust people, definitely, but just vet them out, because you avoid the inevitable. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. Oh well. You avoid that. It's like red flags. Like a little red flag, little red flag, little red flag. A bunch of freaking red flags showing you like, why are you still there? Why are you still in a toxic situation? Why are you choosing to stay there? You know what's gonna come out of it eventually. It can mess with your mind traumatically, because it messes with your beliefs. You saying to yourself, if I was wrong about them, what else am I wrong about? The loss of the person. You probably just don't want to lose the person. It's better to lose a person than lose yourself. I would rather lose a person than lose myself, because when you lose yourself, you lose everything. Why the hell would you want to lose everything? Instead, lose the person, even if it's friendships, anything, family. I don't give a fuck. Like, lose them instead of continuously being betrayed or continuously being hurt or gaslit. That's ridiculous, honestly. You guys, I think going into 2026, put it in your head that anybody who shows you that they don't respect you in any type of way, remove them. Going into 2026. And when I say respect is like, because you'll be like, oh no, they respect me. Okay, this is the way to know if they respect you. if they wouldn't like you doing something to them, if they wouldn't like you doing the same thing to them, what they do to you, if you do the same thing to them and you mirror their actions, do you think they would like you? Do you think they would respect you? Obviously not. They would not freaking respect you. They wouldn't like you because they know what they're doing. That's how you know exactly that they know what they're doing as well, because this tells you everything. This shows you the manipulation. For instance, a cheater, right? They cheated on you, and then if you choose to do the same thing to them, then all of a sudden you're the villain. You're villainized and you're the most horrible person in the world. But they can't judge themselves. They can judge you. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. But you know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say get away from that situation. And stop being so naive to situations like that where people are like, they're not, oh, they respect you and everything. But then the minute you start mirroring them, the minute that you start acting exactly like them, they can't handle their own medicine. They can't handle a taste of their own medicine. But why would you even put yourself in a place to even act the same way as them? Why not just remove yourself completely? I know some people want to teach other people karma and stuff, but trust me, karma will come on its own. You don't even have to lift a finger. You don't have to do anything. All, what's the quote? Time tells all. Time reveals all. Time tells all. So time will pass. That person will go through a bunch of people, because that's how toxic people are. Toxic people are like that, where toxic people go through multiple people, and people come in and out of their lives. They can't hold down regular relationships because they're toxic, and they're betraying a lot of people, and that's what happens. They just go through so many people. I was going to tell you guys how to overcome betrayal, how to overcome it. Everything that has happened to you, if something negative happens to you, right? You are not that negative situation. You are not the person that chose to do you wrong in that situation forever. Whatever reason that they chose to do you wrong, backstab you, do whatever to you, you're not. That doesn't make you less than. That doesn't mean anything. You are essentially what happens afterwards. So if you choose to be victimized after, I'm sure there is a lot of victims, right? You are what you choose to be after. Do you choose to be a victim, to be defined by that situation? Like, is that situation going to be your whole entire life now? Is that situation going to be your sorrow story? Or is that situation going to be just a lesson learned? Like, okay, choose better friends. Okay, choose a better lover. Okay, next time don't settle for that. Next time know your worth. Next time don't allow so many red flags. Next time don't allow them to cross so many boundaries. The next person you choose, you're choosing for better, right? So you want to learn from the situation, and you don't want to be a victim to the situation, even if you are one. I'm saying, if you want to get over the betrayal, start today to put it in your head that you're not going to be a victim, and that situation, whatever situation, could be friend, family, or lover, any situation where somebody betrays you, just is what you do afterwards. You don't have to turn bitter. You can just choose to move on from the situation. Like, once you learn the lesson, that's what defines you. A lot of people get hurt and they stay in a bitter place. They stay like bitter and mad, and they even want to cause that madness onto others. They want to make other people mad or feeling sorrow, and that is obviously they're coming from a place of hurt. No matter how negative they did you, or like how obviously some things are traumatic and impact like really bad. I don't know anybody's situation to tell you like get over it today. I can't tell you get over it today, right? Um, it's all psychological, but I can tell you the faster you choose, it's when you choose to get like, oh, I'm not gonna let that situation make me or break me. And in fact, I'm gonna let that situation just be a lesson, and it's gonna be like a little stone on the floor. It's gonna be like a little stone, like I could have fallen. I couldn't fall. I could have fallen on the floor, but instead, I'm just gonna walk over that. How they say, build a bridge and get over it. The faster you get over it, it's like the faster you don't care. It comes to a point where you're like, oh, I don't even give a fuck. I don't care about that because you got better things to do. Worry about better people. Surround yourself with better people. Once you know the people that you don't want in your life, then you're like, why the hell? Why are you gonna stress them any further? The people that stay with that, stay angry. If you stay angry and mad, that's not gonna do anything for you. It's like even if you want them to have karma, or that's not gonna do anything for you either. If you're angry with somebody, you want them to feel the anger that you're feeling. You being angry at them is you poisoning yourself because you're not learning the lesson. The lesson is to let it go. The lesson is to let it go. The more you stay angry at that person, it's like the more they control you. And you don't even realize that, like, you're the one being in the anger, you know? And they probably moved on from that situation a long time ago. Some people don't even know when they betray you. Some people do not even know. Some things can be unintentional, even though some things are real intentional, but still. This is why it's so, sometimes you have to give grace, how like God said, you give grace to the ignorant people. You give grace and you let it go. You don't let it go for them. You let it go for yourself. It's for your peace of mind. It's for you to be at peace. When you choose to let it go, you're also choosing yourself. It doesn't mean you're betraying yourself. It just means you're over it. That's it. Something happened. It was bad. And there's going to be many, 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 many more things that's going to happen in your life. Many more things, better things, maybe even sad things, maybe even more betrayal. Who knows what the hell is going to happen? But you just have to be ready for it. And the faster you learn the lesson, then you can use it again for the next time somebody hurts you. Then it's not going to hurt as bad. It's not going to be the same impact. It's going to be like, oh, I already saw this coming. I already saw that red flag coming. I already know this. So that's what I'm trying to say. Don't stay stuck in that. That's how you get over betrayal. That's how you get over it. I know, right? It's simple once you put your mind to it. It's so simple. Some people go years and years and years sitting in anger. Some people go years and years being angry with themselves, being angry with the world, being angry with whatever happened to them. I'm saying, like, with this new year, 2026, like, let that shit go. Let that shit be in the past. Don't do no repeats either. And don't hold on to anger. Don't hold on to anger, because when you hold on to anger, you're hurting yourself. When you hold on to anger, you're poisoning yourself. So don't let anybody get anger from you. Don't let anybody trigger you. It's honestly not worth it. You could die any day. And then you're gonna die angry. You wanna die angry? As long as you're breathing, you should choose to be like a little bit happy. Try to be at least a little bit happy, because you're just ruining your own world. You know, you could choose to see the cup half full or half empty. And yeah, you have to acknowledge what's happened to you. A lot of people like to live in Delulu land and be delusional and make up a whole scenario. You have to learn to acknowledge and process your emotions. You have to accept the betrayal, allow yourself to feel emotions. You can feel anger, hurt, or shame. The same thing as like when somebody dies, there's healing steps for somebody's death. You're gonna grieve the person when that person is not in your life, but just understand your emotions. When anger does arise, understand it. When sadness arises, you understand it, and why you're feeling the way you do is normal. But eventually, you have to learn to accept whatever happened to you. How I said before, you just let it go. I say, like, feel your emotions, but don't sit in it all day. Don't wallow in it. You shouldn't want revenge on them. Whoever did you anything bad, like, let it be. Give it to God, your battles. And karma does work. Trust me, karma works on its own. Like, all you have to do is let time. You could talk to people for support. That's another way to get over any little situation that happens to you. You could talk to trusted friends, family. If you have nobody, then you could go to church, pray about it, and then God's going to send you people. And how I said before, set boundaries for the future. You have to set boundaries, because when people know your boundaries, people know your limit, people know what not to cross. People will respect you more. It just makes you more human. You're not a freaking robot. You have feelings. Another way to get over betrayal from anybody is like focus on yourself. Don't focus on them. Don't focus on what they did. After what happens to you, what you do after is what makes you. Some self-care activities that bring you joy, things that build you up, not tear you down. Sometimes people like to see the other person's perspective on why, because there's some people that's like, why, they want to know why, and then they stay stuck in that why, and they want like answers and closure. I don't need an answer. I don't need a closure. The actions tell me everything. For me, actions speak louder than words. Somebody's actions tells me everything that I need to know. Whatever it is, don't stay stuck in that thinking to yourself, what is it? Were you a bad person or what? Just drop it, let it go. Sometimes clarity is good and seeing their perspective, but sometimes it could just be you're dealing with an asshole. You're dealing with somebody that just doesn't have the morals or principles to treat another human being with decency and respect, or have empathy towards you. Don't question it. Just move on and learn to rebuild trust within yourself, because a lot of times when bad situations happen to you and people betray you, then you're going to question your own self-worth, and you're going to question, are you good enough? Because why are people treating you a certain way? And just know that you have a whole lot of self-worth, and all they did was try to put a dent. They tried to put a dent in you, and if you allow them to put a dent in you, they're gonna do it. They learn to rebuild trust with yourself. If you trust your intuition and you left a bad situation, then thank yourself, trust your intuition, your abilities to handle challenges, and choose healthier relationships. Later down the line, they might be sorry. Later down the line, you don't know what's to come of. Forgive them, obviously, but don't put that person in your world anymore. I'm saying you can forgive somebody mentally, they don't even have to know that you forgave them. They don't even have to know that you're at peace. You can forgive them. You choose to forgive them whenever the hell you want. But to reconcile something with that same person that did you wrong, no, I don't think so. Be like, yeah, totally over it. Forgave and forgotten. Once you learn these steps that I have given you, you sharpen your boundaries, you sharpen your self-respect. Learn to respect yourself. Learn to stand up for yourself. Let's discuss the girlfriend so we could get on a lighter topic. That was the self-development, but we're going to talk about the show. It's on Prime, Amazon Prime, The Girlfriend. Oh, The Girlfriend was so good. I enjoyed that series. Seriously, I want season 2 to come out. I'm not gonna spoil the ending. I don't know if I should. Nah, I won't spoil the ending. You guys gotta watch that one. That one is less known, so that's why I won't give spoilers for that one. The Housemaid, I feel like everybody's watching it now, so it's a good series. You're gonna enjoy it, especially if you're female. The mother-in-law and the girlfriend are at war against each other for the son in between, and it's a narcissistic mother. Mothers like that are insufferable. Mothers that baby their sons and think they're the girlfriend of the son. It's like, girl, cut the umbilical cord. They have mommy issues at the end of the day. Watch the show to understand what I'm trying to say. It's a good show. I don't like the ending though. I didn't want that to happen. The ending. You're gonna have to see it. I didn't want that to happen. I wanted it to be, a good ending. But the fact that it did, now I'm like, oof, is there gonna be a season 2? I've seen Avatar each year that it's come out. I've seen it. The first and the second one aren't as good as the third one. The third one was my favorite, absolutely. It's called Avatar Fire and Ash. That's the third one. To me, it was so boring, the second movie. But I understand that they have been giving the storyline, and now it finally got to the action, the fighting. We already know Sully, we know all of them. We know the whole cast already. So Saladana as Netiri, she kicked ass as a mother. I'm not gonna give spoilers, but she kicked ass the entire movie. Sam Worthington as Jake Sully. He was good. He is not my favorite. The favorite, I know y'all gonna hate me for this. My favorite was Miles Credrich, the bad guy. Yeah, he was my favorite. Why? Because damn, his avatar was like insanely hot. And the way he acted was amazing. Like, nailed his role. The one that was annoying me the most was his son, that they called him Spider or Monkey, they called him. If he's not in the movie, then there's no storyline. Sigourney Weaver as Kiri. I can't believe she's like mad older than the actual Avatar. The Avatar is supposed to be like teenager, so I think they had to switch out one of the actresses for the kissing scene. Varang was the villain basically in this storyline, where she was cutting off all of their ponytails of the Avatar. She was crazy. Honestly, the movie is crazy. You have to watch all 3. If you haven't watched all 3, watch it. They're good. The series is good. And I'm not a fantasy type of person. I am not big on fantasy, but the fantasy, I don't know, I enjoyed it. Third one was insanely amazing. The scenes, the fighting, the suspense. You had heart for almost all the characters. I did not even know Kate Winslet was in this movie. Plays Ronald. And every other cast member that I haven't said, because I'm not going to remember everybody's name, but what a fantastic movie. I will say one thing. People are saying conspiracy theories, which is it's weird as F to put the avatars mating with the humans and they're like aliens, and this is a form of bestiality. We're like animals with the humans, and this is just trying to dehumanize us and have us think that this is okay. I feel like since it's fantasy, it's fiction. I wouldn't go that far into the rabbit hole for this one. And they look like humans. They look so much like humans. This is nothing compared to animals. Animals is like, okay, gross as F and no. But they look so much like humans. I just wanted to tell y'all the conspiracies behind that. Should I talk about Marty Supreme? Marty Supreme to me sucked. Overhyped. I was expecting it to be so much better from what it was. It let me down. It let me down. I'm not saying the acting was bad. The acting was not bad at all. Timothy Chalamet, he was a good actor. His character in the movie made me dislike him truly. Whoever scripted it, the actors did insanely good. The characters that they played in the script had me like, what is this? People going crazy over this movie. He wanted to achieve his dreams, anything to get to the top, and I feel like maybe that was the whole point of the movie. The storyline could have been so much better. It could have been for the actors that they had. It could have been so much better. The storyline that they gave was just too crazy. It had you all over the place, and it had you not liking the main character. To me, the main character was like a dummy. He had bad character. I know not all characters are supposed to win your heart. Honestly, honest. I was sitting watching it like, why am I watching this? So I'm gonna rate it a 5. A 5 out of 10, the movie, Marty Supreme. Yeah, don't get your hopes up. Towards the end, it gets a little bit better, but rate the actors a 10. The humiliation, like, is that a humiliation ritual? When, spoiler alert, don't listen if you don't want the spoiler. When he slapped Timothy's butt and they showed Timothy's butt on the screen, was that like a humiliation ritual? Like, what's going on there? I know he did anything to get to where he needed to be, the flight, but damn, that, I don't know about that. Does it show how celebrity stars, like, they have to lose their morals and stuff, all just to achieve a dream? I don't. And then what is this gonna feed men or young men? What is it gonna feed? They're gonna want to achieve their dream. Yes, awesome that they're gonna want to achieve their dreams, but the disrespecting women, impregnating a still on the spoiler, impregnating a wife. That was not even his wife, and he impregnated her. He didn't even want anything to do with her after. He was like, I'm not looking for anything. Why the hell were you with her? It's insane. All right. The spoilers is over, but yeah, you got the gist, and it felt flat for me. It felt really, really flat. The actor's good. The script, storyline, no, the plot was everywhere. Felt all over the place. It could have been neater. It could have been better. Something that's coming up, looking forward to, the show Tell Me Lies. Season 3 is coming up January 12th or 13th. I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait for season 3. It's going to come up and I'm definitely going to review it. So stay tuned for that. And we're going to definitely do a second part to this for the betrayal stuff. And I want to do New Year's resolutions because the new year is literally already here. So we'll discuss New Year's resolutions as well in our next episode. It's going to be really, really soon. Just know that because I already have the equipment. So Yeah, that's it for now, kitties. And stay. What is my outro? My outro is stay untouchable. Stay happy and stay untouchable.